Hello, everybody. Back we are again for round 26 championship prediction. Sam, one extreme to the other. We were appalling in the previous round. You won 3-1 or 3-2 or something. It was 12-11 to you. We both got two bob-ons last time. I got Ipswich 2, Oxford 1, Sheffield United 3, Leicester 1. You got Derby 1, Middlesbrough 0, and Swansea 1, West Brom 0. And I just slipped away. I've tried to find my point I lost on you. I had Middlesbrough drawing at Derby. And you just snuck past me. But I think, good for the show, we performed well on the last round.
Yeah, I think there's some very, very good shouts for once. I'm particularly proud of my Watford 2, Birmingham 0 prediction. I think that was pretty special considering the average performances that I was churning out early part of the season. I found a bit of rhythm. Do you know what it reminded me of when I saw the results come in? When we did a prediction show, when you were the researcher on the ITV programme, and I came on and did a little soul.
You should have quit then.
I know, and I got like 15 or something.
You did I think it might have even been more in that.
It's unprecedented. I've never reached those levels again. So, yeah, we're finding a bit of rhythm finally. It was a interesting day, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of talk about bad pitches, about squad quality over match quality, about injuries, about illness. So we got this one more round to do, and then we can get probably a bit of a reset in quality as we go into the last 20. Sam, a team you've already mentioned that needs a big reset in quality are Birmingham City. They're up first. They're at home to league leaders Coventry, but they are a lot better at home than they are away from home. Are they going to come a cropper to the Sky Blues?
I think it's difficult to back Birmingham at the moment, especially as it's reached crisis point, hasn't it? I saw a few videos. I've not pored over all the action as of yet, but I saw various videos of disgruntled supporters and players in conversation. Obviously, the manager's going to continue to get a little bit of heat. There's a lot of conversation already I've seen on various platforms about that. So despite Coventry drawing at the Valley, a bit of criticism as well. I think maybe for one of the first times for Frank Lampard, given their most recent results, I'll still back them here in a big game at their former home, I suppose, where Coventry played their football for a period and really enjoyed themselves there. I'll go 1-2 Coventry.
Yeah, I think you're being a bit braver than me. I can't see Birmingham winning it, but I can see it being a draw, Sam, given how tired everybody is and how desperate Birmingham are in need of the point, and Coventry are travelling, and everybody just wants this one ticked off and then have a bit of a rest over FA Cup. So I think being you've covered Coventry, I'll go for probably the other likely outcome. I'll take the draw, Sam, and I'm doing a watch along, so I want goals. So I'm going to play a Desmond here. Birmingham 2, Coventry 2. QPR versus Sheffield Wednesday. Sam, your boys had a home win streak, but lost to Norwich last time out. Can they get back on the horse? I think they can. It's a very easy prediction every time with Sheffield Wednesday to predict the defeat. Getting the outcome is a bit trickier. They're going to be tight. Actually, you nailed it. You said Wednesday of all the clubs are going to struggle the most with the tiredness and the, squad fatigue. So maybe it'd be comfortable. 3-1 Rangers.
Well, I'm going to this for pleasure.
Wrap up warm.
He says, yeah, well, the plan is to take my two boys, and my eldest did sit through that yesterday and watched it on telly, the Norwich defeat, and he actually turned off in disgust before Mbenge had scored the consolation.
You've trained him into being a football fan already.
Yeah, I mean, the pitch, talking about pitches, looks awful at Loftus Road. I don't know if that was just a bit of frost or whatever on the near side, the Ellerslie Road stand. It looks awful. But I'm with you, mate. I think they win this game. They've got to win if they've got aspirations of being top half or maybe getting, an opportunity of sneaking into the playoffs. You went 3. I'll go 3-1. Wednesday to get one. Maybe get their noses in front. 2-1 QPR.
Yeah. Sheffield United versus Oxford, Sam. Sheffield United 22 points in 10 games.
Yeah, and pretty formidable at home, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, racking up the goals of late. I thought of you actually. I was at Crystal Palace yesterday, but I did think of you when I saw the Oxford goal go in on one of the monitors.
We said exactly that, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah, you did say it might be a tough afternoon. But yeah, I suppose any game of that kind of ilk to respond and get the goal before half time just settled everyone down. I'd imagine at Ipswich and looked like they deserved the win. I'll go for Sheffield United to do it in slightly more comfortable style, 2-0.
I think I've got to go for 3 goals for Sheffield United again because I was bob on. By the way, Sam, what's the ex-Swansea? Sheehan. Alan Sheehan is odds-on favourite to become next Oxford manager. And I noticed Gary was on co-coms so he's straight back in media. Obviously wants to get back in for Bristol City yesterday. I think I'm going to go 3-0. I'll take your 2-0 and I will raise it. All seems to be pointing towards a home win. This one and the Blades continuing their climb. Oh, this one's a big one. You might call it filth, Sam, but I call it a relegation head-to-head. Blackburn versus Charlton. I did Blackburn yesterday, Sam. They were absolutely knackered with 20 to go. They got injuries on top of injuries. Youth players coming in. They didn't have Good Johnson yesterday. I think Nathan Jones is going to smell blood here. And we might get the classic 1-0 away win. I'm going to back Charlton on the basis Rovers are worn out, Sam. I'm going to go 1-0 Addicts.
Let's make it very straightforward for me. I'll just flip that.
Yeah, okay.
Flip, yeah. I mean, they're not scored in 3, have they, Blackburn? So difficult to envisage them going 4, despite their recent form. And what a Charlton 1 winning 7, maybe, the Oxford.
It's a good fight back against Coventry, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I fancied Coventry to get back on the horse, I think was the terminology I used. So yeah, great point. And I think Nathan Jones was thrilled, it would seem, in the aftermath, and obviously beaten last kick of the game at Fratton Park. So it's not been a bad few days in terms of performances for Charlton. That's probably understating it. They've played pretty well. But yeah, I'll go 1-0 Rovers here.
Bristol City versus Preston, Sam. This is rather difficult to call, I think. Preston had the workaday win against Sheffield Wednesday. Bristol City battered Pompey 5-0. So are you going with the confidence or are you going with the fact that Preston, I think, have lost something like 1 in 13 or something ridiculous like that?
I had
that's
them all
Watford.
written.
Maybe fewer than that. Carry on, sorry.
I had all the results written down, but I can't place the Bristol City one, so I don't know where that's got to. But I am going to side with Bristol City. And I just think they've had some very impressive home victories. I watched the highlights of that Portsmouth romp this morning. Some excellent goals, and probably the area of the pitch where I've continually doubted them, that clinical element, and they found that. So a bit of feel good around there, and Preston have been great. It was a 0-0, I believe, at Deepdale. Which I'm kind of tempted with, but I'm going to go for Bristol City to continue free scoring 2-1.
Yeah, I agree with. We're agreeing too much today, which is bad because that normally results in public apologies, doesn't it? But we've all been there, Sam, where you have a good home win and you know you're coming back in a few days. Everyone's super, super confident, aren't they? Preston don't give too much away, so I quite like your 2-1, actually. I'll take the 1-0 Bristol City and just go with the momentum. Derby versus Wrexham. Impressive wins for both, actually. Bit smashy and grabby. Eusty admitted it as much in the interview afterwards. They rode their luck against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have had 80 shots, Sam, in 4 games and scored 0 goals. But Derby took their chance. Wrexham without Broadhead, Moore or Windass. So that was an impressive win. I'd imagine one or other of those will be back in. 2 pragmatic teams. I've got to play a 1-1 here, Sam. It's blindingly obvious and available to me. So that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'd have gone with. I haven't looked at the numbers, but I have looked at Derby. How many 1-1s have they had this season, Ben?
You
That's a
keep
question.
talking and I'll count
No,
some
I
up.
know.
Yeah?
I know.
Oh, you know?
That's a
Oh,
question.
5.
I believe they've had 7.
No way.
So that the smart money's
I'm just
probably
looking.
there.
They've had 3 in the last 6 games, Sam, as well.
There you go. Wrexham won 3 straight.
Yeah, very good.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Strikers out, yeah, for Wrexham.
Well, Broadhead will be back. Windass was there. I don't think Kiefer's going to play. I reckon they'll have 2 of them back. Smith scored.
Oh, 0-0. Didn't want to do it, and not fully convinced myself, but 0-0 if you're having the 1-1.
This feels very Grinchy, neither of us taking the 4th straight win, which would be great fun for Wrexham. Hull versus Watford. Speaking of fun, Watford, amazing. And no one had Tom Ince as the key attacking thrust in that. Where did that come from? But this is a great game, Sam. Hull-Watford.
Yeah, what was the thing I was thinking last night? Well, it's been a random start to the year, maybe not for the long-standing hardened Chelsea supporters, but still a bit of a bizarre start to the new year. But I thought Tom Ince scoring a hat trick equally bizarre, and I was pleased to see a tweet to say that it was 10 years since his last treble.
No way.
So there was something in my thought process there. To be honest, I know there's been flashes from Tom Ince in a Watford shirt across the last 12 months, but yeah, he wasn't someone that I would have envisaged being goal-laden in the Championship at the start of the new year. So yeah, brilliant. I saw a couple of the goals this morning, excellent. Watford continue to impress. Hull have got McBurney back. Obviously, there was Miller's back as well, isn't he? Which we spoke about a few weeks ago.
Loomy.
Yeah. But I'll just side with Watford. I think they're 4 straight, aren't they? 1 defeat in 13. 2-1 away win.
Yeah, I like Watford, Sam, but being you've taken it, I think I'll go on the draw. I was lining up a 3-2 Watford because I bloody love Hull as well. Mark Robbins was not complimentary about the Hull pitch, so that might be an issue in that one. I'll take the Desmond, but let it be known I did like Watford for that one, but you've got it. Middlesbrough versus Southampton. Surely we're going to uncork the bottle here and Middlesbrough are going to get some goals. And I think they're going to win, Sam. I think you said honeymoon period a bit over for Thunder Ecker. That's a winless run, I think, of about 5. 0-0. Bazunu kept them in that. Millwall could have won that, couldn't they? I am going... I'll play my bonus point here. 3-2 Borough, because you've still got Armstrong and Azaz going back up there, haven't you? So I'll take a 5-goaler, Sam.
Armstrong was a kid at Middlesbrough, was he not? Or have I just completely made that up? I might have made that up.
I know he was at Newcastle. Was it even before Newcastle?
Oh, maybe.
Was it?
No, maybe. Yeah, was it Newcastle? Sorry. No, same ballpark. Same ballpark.
Yeah.
I'm not going to...
Good enough for Jazz.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that, but I just think 2 misfiring sides, out of form. I think 1-1 gets them back up and running, and not the worst outcome, and quite a likely one as we sit here today. 1-1.
Millwall, Swansea. Swans 5 wins in 7.
Yeah, 6 games decided by the odd goal. I've got scribbled down here, 3-1 nils. So I'm not going to change tact. I am going to flip what was a very good result for them on New Year's Day over West Brom and say that Millwall will edge this one by 1-0.
Which I will now need to scribble out because, I totally agree with you. It's going to be tight, I think. But if it's tight at the Den, that's a Millwall win this season, isn't it? So I'll take the 2-1, which should, given we've got Hull and Watford playing each other, could see Millwall go very high in the table. I think we've both got Millwall going up into 4th, if that is the case. 2-1. Norwich versus Stoke, Sam. I'll do it. Public apology. Norwich City. We both thought they'd go under at QPR. Excellent win for Norwich. Breakaway. Okay, deflection on the breakaway goal. But you'll tell me in a second that it was probably deserved over the course of it. The away win there, and just vast improvement under Philippe Clement, Sam. 14 points in 8. Norwich are basically a playoff team in terms of form at the moment. But long way to pull them up by the bootstraps. They're still in the bottom three. And they play an out-of-form Stoke side. Bosnick got the goal. He's dislocated his shoulder. The goalkeeper's out, and he's been really good for Stoke as well. So I'm going to back Norwich again. And it's low margin. It's Mark Robbins returning to Carrow Road where he was a player. 1-0 Canaries.
Yeah, that's what I had as well. I caught a glimpse of Philippe Clement. I don't know if it was just because we were both wearing snazzy scarves yesterday, but I thought he's a bit of a doppelganger for me. Oh, Clement. I need a bit more growth there.
Yeah.
But I had to double take. I thought there was a camera on me for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm a doppelganger for him. I don't know how it works. You know what I mean?
I'm always going to side with you, whatever the situation is, aren't I?
So I'm now a hybrid Michael Appleton, Danny Mills, Dean Ashton, and Philippe Clement.
When you and Dean used to do the... we always used to get tweets. I mean, never read the Twitter anyway, but we always used to get tweets when you and Dino were on the same show, didn't we?
No, it's embarrassing. Right said Fred straight off the bat.
Good pair, though. You work well together, yeah.
Yeah, I love Dean. Great pundit, Dean Ashton. Right, okay. So I can't have the 1-0. So this is a very, very dour set of results for me thus far. 3-1. I had to get a 3 out there because I've not had a team scoring 3 here. I did think low margin because of the results are very tight, aren't they, for Norwich? Low scoring.
And Stoke,
which is very out of keeping with what Norwich have always been in recent times in the Championship. But yeah, 3-1 here.
Right, I'm fascinated to see how you go with this one. Pompey versus Ipswich. Obviously, horrible defeat for Pompey. Ipswich playing their squad card here, aren't they? Able to... I remember hearing Ryan Mason saying he literally couldn't make any changes, and Ipswich brought back Davis, Kaius, Akpom and Philogene. So, but is it enough to win at Fratton where Pompey are good?
I think the best may be that Portsmouth can realistically get is a point here. I think there's a few injuries. I didn't read it intently.
Lang, Bishop, Murphy.
Yeah, 3 or 4 I read listed by one of the BBC correspondents down there on the South Coast. So that's not ideal by any stretch. That's an understatement. That's a disaster for them, the start of the campaign, when they just found a little bit of rhythm. They had, 8 points from 12 in the previous 4 games, which was pretty good going. But yeah, that's a tough start to the year. I think it'll be tight, but I think Ipswich will have enough. 2-1 away win.
So I had in my head 1-0 away win. Ipswich, can they keep the clean sheet? I do think the other result is like a 1-1 draw. I think Pompey could score at that Fratton end from a set play where they tend to, don't they? But no, I'm going to stick with my guns. We're going to double up on Ipswich, who are now in second place, and I'm going to go Pompey 0, Ipswich 1, which leads us with West Brom at Leicester. And will it be 10 in a row, Sam? I've got to go for it, haven't I? West Brom suck away from home. Leicester are up and down, but you get the idea when Leicester are like a bad snooker player, aren't they? But when the ball's over the pocket, they will sink it, won't they? So I'll back Leicester. Low margin, Marty. Actually, no, I'll go 2-0 because James and Reed are playing well. I'll go 2-0 Foxes, 10 in a row defeats away from home for Baggies.
Yeah. Did you say 2-1?
2-0 I went.
2-0, yeah. How many 2-1s have I had? Quite a few, I feel. Yeah.
5.
5 what? 2-1s?
Not all home wins. There's a few away wins.
Right, okay, well, let's go a bit bolder then. I think maybe let's go for... Leicester, again, big trouble there in terms of the mood around the place, but I think having good players in the squad sometimes just can win out, basically, because de Cordova-Reid, Mavididi, they're all capable of producing, aren't they, and blowing teams out of the water if they're on it. Let's go for a capitulation from the Baggies. Let's go for a 3-0 Leicester win, just to basically a continuation of what has been a topsy-turvy couple of months for Leicester.
Ouch. Right, get involved in the comments. Sam's got to scamper off to lunch somewhere, so we'll round this one out really, really quickly. That is your round 26 predictions. And fortunately, we now don't have to do another one because it's FA Cup round 3 coming up. Sam, well done for getting through this 4-game period. We have done the job. Go and enjoy your lunch, mate, but say goodbye to the viewers while you're there.
Goodbye, everyone. Hope you had a good start to the new year and your teams performed as you would have hoped, and you're looking forward to the rest of the season with optimism rather than whatever the opposite of optimism is on this morning. Pessimism.
I'm looking forward to getting this round out of the way, and then we can have a bit of a rest. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.